Well, this is Jerry, and welcome to another episode of What's Broke Today. This is a quick video that I got a Cub Cadet SLT1050 tractor that I need to replace the idler pulleys on, and don't have access to get to the nut on from the top here without pulling a whole rear fenders off. So I'm gonna get everything else ready, then I'm gonna show you how I get to fixing that. All right, now here's what I was talking about. See, underneath the cover, here's the nut that goes along with the bolt underneath. So when you get ready to change the idler pulleys, this one here that everything pivots on, that nut is hidden, whereas your other two idlers that go in here and back here, those bolts are just threaded up into the chassis. So yeah, so that's all I do is just, instead of pulling all those rear fenders, I take and I cut that hole. Even though some of the later model ones, that hole is, they actually did put a hole in some of them, and so all you do is just pull up the front of that sticker. Now when I get done, I'll clean everything up and just use some spray adhesive and stick the sticker back down. That'll hide the hole, and probably spray a little paint so it don't rust. Alright, one last little tidbit that I forgot to mention. I figured out exactly where to cut my hole. Is I took a tape measure and went from the center of the bolt underneath and measured out to the edge of the fender, underneath here. And I brought it up here, made the same measurement, and then put a mark front to back. And then also measured from this rod that the brake pedal pivots on back to where the bolt was at, which in this case is about 5.5 inches. And then I just looked straight across and then marked it, and then just took a cut-off wheel and cut out my little rectangle. All right, now back to our let's talk about replacing the pulleys. These are the pulleys for the ground drive that drive the wheels, and like this one here, it's super quiet. I'll hold it by the microphone. But I think this one's probably been changed. But then like this one, I don't know if you can, I feel it more than I hear it. But just the roughness in the bearings. And when you let the brake pedal out and it tightened the belt, I mean, it really howled. I mean, it was very noticeable. And one of the next things we're going to have to do is probably do all this same stuff on the mower deck, because it's when you kick the blades on, it's kind of noisy. But like this is a flat pulley, this is the one that bolt that we have trouble with. Bolt goes through this one, and then there's a, which actually I think is this way, there's a piece on here, and that that arm pivoted on when you push the brake pedal in. But you surely can hear that. But that's spinning at full engine speed with the weight of the belt or the pressure of the belt on it. That sure made a lot of noise. But yeah, and when I checked these, all I did first was took the tractor and just jacked the front end up a little and dropped the mower deck all the way down, and then just pushed in the brake pedal and set the parking brake. And with the belt having slack in it, I could reach up underneath there and just spin these pulleys with my finger and tell which ones were noisy. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do, I had two that were for sure bad. So I just went and replaced all three, because I ordered these off of eBay. They're not too expensive. I think I had less than $30 in all three of them, get them shipped here. And that, and then figured while I had it off, I went ahead and put a new belt on that, I'll say, even though this one I mean, isn't terrible. It has all kinds of small cracking in the belt. So eventually that's going to get bad and it's going to break. So while I was that far into it, I just went ahead and changed it. And you got spots like that where you'll see the V and see through it. So got the new belt on. I got the pulleys on. That you could probably do this without taking the mower deck off. It's just no longer than it takes to pull the deck off. I just pulled it off, got it out of the way, put on my safety glasses and laid underneath and got everything put on. But yeah, I got that done. Then you let the clutch out and everything's smooth and quiet and works like a champ. So I appreciate you watching. That if you found this video to be helpful, give me a like and feel free to subscribe to my channel, because there's no telling what I'm going to bring to you next. Thanks for watching.